Welcome back to Beneath the Long Man's Feet. I'm here in the woods again, and I have my dog Cinders with me, so if there's some heavy breathing or rustling or some sort of funny sounds behind me, I'm hoping that's just Cinders and nothing too sinister. But here we are approaching the autumn equinox, a time of balance and reflection, amongst other things. And it's this time of the year that I like to reflect on my dad. My dad died 22 years ago this year. And I know we normally think of our ancestors sort of near and past at Samhain in October. And I will certainly be remembering Dad in October with the other ancestors. But my dad died in August, and his birthday was in September, around the time of the autumn equinox. So this time of the year, my thoughts always turn to my dad. And so this poem is called Remembering Dad. Hope you like it. Remember me when I'm gone away, so the poem says. And Dad, I do remember you in lots of different ways. You left this world so many years ago, and you're still with me, that I know. But I remember you were not very good in the mornings, and you always gave us fair and advanced warnings not to laugh or joke or talk to you until you'd sunk a mug of tea, or probably two. And I remember your hand in your pocket as you leant against the bar, chatting to the barmaid as she handed you another jar. We could always find you, even in the densest of crowd, because your voice, I remember, it was so blooming loud. And I remember that kit you used to polish your shoes. You'll be glad to know, Dad, it's still the kit that I use. National Service brushes in a battered OXO tin. Much loved, much used, even though the bristles are growing thin. And I remember stories of being a fireman, making that locomotive fly. And Dad, when I see a steam train today, it still brings a tear to my eye. Tales from the footplate you often retold. Tales that for me never grew old. And I remember, Dad, that my rock and roll music was never really your thing. You preferred Count Basie and hearing Sinatra sing. But Dad, for my love of the blues, it's you that I have to thank for listening to Ellington and Basie and of course Frank. And I remember as a teenager of my life I used to say that you just didn't care. But Dad, I remember when I needed you, you were always there. You could be stern and sometimes a little bit gruff, but you always gave me the space to do my stuff. And sometimes in this modern world I do forget you for a while. But like the poem says, when I remember, I smile. I do remember you, Dad. I really do. But I wonder sometimes, from up there, do you remember me too? That was Remembering Dad. As I said, it was from an idea from a poem called Remember Me by Christina Rossetti that I read at Dad's funeral some 22 years ago this year. I hope you liked it. Always good to hear from you, so do drop me a line on Beneath the Long Man's Feet, Facebook or YouTube. And I'll see you again in the next episode, hopefully for something a bit cheerier. Although it's Samhain, so maybe not, we'll see. But until we do meet again, as always, my friends, I bid you hail and farewell.